Before we continue, take a breath and stay close. Lik's world is changing fast. He has found another one of the half-aware, and the hunters are tightening their circle. Every step forward risks breaking the rules, and every rule broken pulls him closer to the edge of losing himself completely. If you're still here in the dark with us, make sure you like and subscribe. Now let's step back into the shadows. The next chapter begins. The deeper we move into the garage, the colder the air becomes. It's the kind of cold that clings to you, settling into bones that no longer warm. The newcomer stays close behind me, their steps unsure, but trying to mimic mine. Fresh-turned zombies have a certain rhythm, too quick, too frightened, too alive in all the wrong ways. They're learning though. Fear teaches faster than memory. We slip behind a collapsed concrete beam, angled like a broken spine. From above, hunters' boots scrape across loose gravel. Their voices blend with the hum of dying lights, creating a low vibration that travels through the pillars. The newcomer crouches, hugging their knees, trembling hard enough that dust shakes loose from their clothes. I kneel beside them, raising a hand in the slow, calm gesture my old circle used back when I wasn't walking alone. Steady, the newcomer's breathing slows, each inhale a rattling groan. Good. If they panic now, everything we've done to survive hunters becomes pointless. They tap their chests, suddenly 3 quick taps. Their eyes meet mine, milky but bright with meaning. A name? They're trying to give me their name. I don't respond to it. Not yet. Some of the newly turned break when they hear their own name spoken back. It pulls too hard on the remnants of who they used to be. Identity becomes a mirror, and we don't survive mirrors. Not when we're this close to the edge. Still, I nod gently, letting them know I understand. The hunter's flashlights sweep the lower deck. One beam cuts across the row of abandoned cars, then fades. The newcomer presses against my arm. Their fear pulses like a heartbeat the dead aren't supposed to have. When the danger shifts to the far side of the structure, we rise. The newcomer glances toward the marked feral corpse we left behind. Their expression twists in confusion. They don't understand the ritual yet. I draw a thin line across my own palm with the dull side of the marking blade, just enough to demonstrate the motion, not enough to trigger anything unnatural. Their gaze follows the movement carefully. Recognition settles into their posture. We continue downward, slipping through a maintenance doorway into a long, narrow service tunnel. The air becomes heavier instantly. Old water drips from rusted pipes, echoing like faint footsteps. The darkness here feels different. Not empty, occupied. The newcomer hesitates, sniffing the air. They're right to, a circle once claimed this place. Not mine, not any I knew well. But their presence lingers in the way the shadows breathe. The tunnel walls reveal faint scratches as we move deeper. 6 vertical lines, repeated in rows. Some are fresh, others faded with time. The 6 rules carved into concrete. A last reminder from a circle that wanted to stay whole until their final breath. The newcomer reaches out, touching one of the carvings with a shaking hand. There's grief in the gesture, or longing, or maybe the ghosts of memory trying to find its place again. Fresh dead still feel echoes of their past. Those echoes fade eventually. Everything does. A metallic clang rings out from behind us. I freeze. So does the newcomer. The sound is too deliberate to be ephemeral, too heavy to be collapsed debris. I guide the newcomer behind a pipe and lower myself until I can peer around the tunnel-less corner. A silhouette stands at the far end, another half aware, but not new, not fragile, not uncertain. This one stands with a straight spine and stillness only the old dead possess. Their head tilts with slow precision. Pale eyes lock onto mine across the distance. Not curious, not afraid, claiming this tunnel is theirs, their territory, their hallowed. The newcomer inches closer to me, trembling so hard their bones click softly. I raise a hand not to calm them, but to warn them. The figure raises their own hand in return, not a greeting, a challenge. The figure at the far end of the tunnel doesn't move, not a sway, not a twitch. Only the slow tilt of the head, deliberate and predatory, like a wolf deciding whether the thing in front of it is prey or problem. The newcomer presses against my side, trembling so violently that the sound echoes off the pipes like loose bolts rattling in metal. I lift one hand, low and open, signaling caution. I surrender. There's a difference. The half-aware understand gestures better than words. Words decay with the body. Intent doesn't. The figure steps forward at last, one slow stride that echoes with confidence. This one is old. Not in rot, no. Their body is unusually intact but inexperienced. They've survived long enough to build a hollow, long enough to defend it, long enough to lose whatever softness they used to carry when they were alive. Their second step is quieter, almost graceful. That's how I know they're dangerous. The truly old dead have learned to control their weight, their sound, their presence. They shape the dark the way humans once shaped breath. The newcomer shifts behind me, fear rising like static. I feel their panic spike through the air like cold electricity. If they break rule to Neth, they run it will doom both of us. The old dead don't chase with desperation. They chase with certainty. I place a steadying hand behind me, palm grazing the newcomer's wrist. Well, their breathing slows, though it stays ragged and uneven. The figure stops 6 paces away, just outside reach. A respectful distance, if respect still means anything among the dead. Then they lift their hand and draw a single line across their chest. The sign of territory claimed, not a threatened announcement. I respond by drawing a line across my palm, the sign of a hunter passing through, not a challenge and acknowledgement. The figure studies me. Their pale eyes shift to the newcomer, analyzing their posture, their scent, the tremble in their bones. The old dead remember what it was like to be newly turned. Some pity it, others exploit it. This one, hard to tell. Another step, closer now. I lift my chin slightly. A gesture from my circle's early days. Respect mixed with caution, the figure mirrors it. A small relief settles in my chest. They're reasonable, at least enough not to attack blindly. A low groan escapes them, steady and controlled. Not a feral sound communication. It takes a moment for the intention to reach me. They're asking why we're here. I motion toward the direction we came from. Hunters, danger, movement, survival. The figure's posture shifts. Their shoulders rise slightly, tension, acknowledgement, maybe annoyance. Hunters are a problem for all circles, all hollows, all undead who still cling to their minds. Some of my strongest allies fell not to rot, but to the living. The figure steps aside, leaving a narrow path down the tunnel, a silent offering. Safe passage. I nod again, slow, respectful. Then I guide the newcomer forward. They follow, knees shaking, gaze never leaving the older dead. When we pass them, the figure's head turns slightly, tracking us with calm precision. The scent in the tunnel changes as we move deeper, more stagnant, more layered. This hollow isn't abandoned, it's occupied. Actively. The walls carry faint scratches, the same 6 rules carved again and again. Ritual survives even in decay. The newcomer's hand brushes against mine once, unintentionally, cold, desperate, searching for reassurance they don't know how to ask for. I don't pull away. Ahead, the tunnel widens into a chamber. Old machinery sits covered in dust, pipes draped like iron vines across the ceiling. The air feels heavier, charged with presence. Figures emerge from the shadows. Not many, 3, maybe 4, half aware, older than the newcomer, younger than the sentinel who granted us passage. All watching, all silent, A circle. Not mine. Not friendly. Not hostile. Just judging. The sentinel enters behind us, sealing the chamber with their presence. Their groan reverberates through the space, low and resonant. This isn't a warning, it's a question. Who are we? Why have we come? And what will we offer in return for their mercy? The chamber feels alive even though everyone inside it is long past living. The air hums with a low vibration, like the whisper of a heartbeat echoing through old metal. The circle members stand half hidden among the pipes and machinery, each one still as carved stone. Their eyes track every movement the newcomer and I make, not hostile, not welcoming. Something in between, like they're trying to decide what shape we belong in. The sentinel who escorted us steps forward. Their presence shifts the entire room. The others bow their heads ever so slightly. Respect, authority, maybe fear. Every circle has a leader, but leaders among the undead aren't chosen, they're survived. A faint groan comes from one of the younger half-aware, a thin figure leaning against a rusted tank. The sound carries intention, a question that drifts like cold fog. Who are you? I step forward slowly, never too fast, never too sudden. Rule 2 isn't just about rot, it's about perception. Sudden movement changes a room full of undead into a room full of weapons. I press my palm to my chest, then draw a vertical line over my ribs. The old sign of passage. It means I am traveling. I do not seek conflict. I come with warning. The sentinel watches me with unreadable eyes. I motion toward the newcomer, small, scared, trembling, and then toward the direction we came from. Hunters, danger, movement through the lower decks, the living closing in. The circle shifts. A ripple of unrest moves through their bodies like a breeze that only the dead can feel. Hunters are a threat to everyone, feral or aware. They burn first, question later. They don't differentiate between instinct and conscience. One of the half-aware steps, closer abroad. Heavy figure with a cracked jaw and one intact eye shining like a faded lantern. They lean forward, inhaling deeply. Scent. They're trying to place us. Trying to read our decay, our age, our intent. The newcomer hides behind me, clutching the back of my coat. I don't push them away. The big one groans, low and contemplative. Understanding, acceptance, something close to welcome. But the sentinel lifts a hand. The chamber goes silent. Their groan comes slow, layered with meaning. Hard to translate, but I feel the intention in my bones. If we enter their hollow, we owe a debt. Survive through structure. Territory isn't given freely. Passage is in charity. Even in death, nothing is free. I lower myself into a half-kneeling old sign for my first circle. Respect offered. Debt acknowledged. Negotiation open. When I rise, the newcomer follows my motion, awkward but earnest. The sentinel considers us carefully. Their eyes linger on the newcomer longer than they do on me. Fresh dead are always valuable. They carry memories, instinct, adaptability, the things older, undead, lose piece by piece. But they're also unstable. A risk, a spark that can ignite rot or loyalty. The sentinel steps closer. Their presence presses against me like cold stone. A single groan rolls from their chests, resonant enough to vibrate the metal around us. The intention strikes me clearly. What will you trade for shelter? I don't speak words they wouldn't understand, but I gesture slowly, deliberately. I tap my blade, the mark of a hunter, a skill, a service. Then, I press 2 fingers to my temple. Information, its knowledge of hunters' movements, awareness of threats beyond their hollow. The sentinel's stance changes, a slight tilt of the head, the faintest lift of the chin. Interest, maybe even approval. I wait. The newcomer clings to me with a cold, uncertain grip. Finally, The sentinel lowers their hand. Permission. The circle parts, creating a narrow path deeper into the chamber. A place to rest. A place to speak without hunters overhead. Not home, not safety, but acceptance for now. As I guide the newcomer forward, the sentinel watches us through the dark with a gaze that feels like a promise or a warning. Where the dead still whisper, and Malik walks the thin line between memory and madness. He has found a newcomer found, a circle, and found himself standing in a hollow claimed by the old dead, the ones who survived long enough to build rules of their own blood. Nothing stays still for long, not in the dark, not in the rot, not in a world where hunters prowl above in rival circles. Wait, the Louisville Alliance has a cost to resave. Place has a debt to hand. Every step Malik takes brings him closer to a truth. He may not survive. If you want the next chapters, and you want to follow Malik through the rest of this 100 chapter nightmare, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The hunt continues. Soon be ready.